What if the biggest dream in human history was actually our greatest nightmare? For thousands of years, humanity has chased one impossible goal: immortality, the power to live forever. No aging, no natural death, endless time stretching into the future. Sounds perfect, right? But hidden beneath that dream is a question almost nobody asks. What happens when life has no ending? Imagine waking up every day knowing you'll never run out of tomorrows. You could master every skill, travel every country, build countless careers, watch centuries unfold before your eyes. Every mistake could be fixed. Every regret could be erased. At first, it sounds like paradise. And this is where it gets weird. The science behind longer lifespans isn't pure fantasy anymore. Billionaires and biotech companies are pouring billions into anti-aging research. Scientists have already extended the lives of worms, flies, and mice by manipulating genes and metabolism. So the question isn't whether humans want immortality. The real question is whether we're ready for it. Because the moment death from old age disappears, everything changes. Relationships change. Careers change. Society changes. Even the meaning of being human begins to shift. But here's the strange part. The biggest challenge wouldn't be keeping people alive. It would be dealing with the consequences. Because once humanity crosses that line, there's no going back. And that's when things start getting complicated. Imagine being married for 1,000 years. Sounds romantic at first, until you realize that's longer than entire civilizations have existed. Would people really stay together forever? Or would marriage transform into a series of century-long partnerships instead of a single lifelong commitment? What happens next changes everything. Because immortality wouldn't just reshape love. It would completely rewrite work. Today, many people dream about retirement. Work for a few decades, then enjoy the rest of life. But what happens if you live to 500 years old? Retirement suddenly becomes impossible. No economy on Earth could support billions of people who stop working after 60 years and then live for centuries. So people would keep working for hundreds of years. On one hand, that sounds incredible. Imagine doctors with 300 years of experience, engineers refining their skills for centuries. Human knowledge could explode faster than ever before. But that's not even the craziest part. If the same people keep their positions indefinitely, where do younger generations fit in? How do new leaders emerge? How do fresh ideas replace old ones? And this is where the hidden danger appears. Many of history's greatest social changes happened because new generations challenged old beliefs. But if powerful leaders never die and never leave office, progress could slow to a crawl. Suddenly, immortality doesn't look like freedom. It starts looking like stagnation. And humanity may discover that living forever creates problems no one expected. But the biggest twist has nothing to do with love, work, or politics. It has everything to do with Earth itself. Right now, billions of people are born and billions eventually die. It's a cycle that keeps population growth somewhat balanced. Remove death from old age, and the numbers begin climbing forever. Year after year, century after century, Earth doesn't get bigger. Its resources don't magically multiply. Food, water, energy, housing, everything becomes harder to provide. And that's when things change completely. The dream of immortality suddenly collides with reality. Imagine cities expanding endlessly, natural resources shrinking, new generations struggling to find space in a world already filled with people who never leave. But here's the strange part. The greatest cost might not be physical. It might be psychological. Much of life's urgency comes from knowing our time is limited. Deadlines matter because time matters. Dreams feel valuable because opportunities eventually disappear. What happens when every tomorrow is guaranteed? Would people still chase their goals? Would moments still feel special? Or would endless time slowly drain meaning from existence itself? The ultimate irony is that immortality might solve humanity's oldest fear while creating an entirely new one. A world where nobody dies. Yet fewer people truly feel alive. And if science eventually unlocks the secret to eternal life, humanity may face a choice unlike any before. Not whether we can become immortal, but whether we should.